So in this video we are gonna offer the 4 things that make change in your life. We are gonna go for 3, 2, 1. I think this video will be not only just like inspire, right? And be like, oh, okay. This is way I'm watching this kind of the content of journaling or doing the meditation or working with the coaches, right? That also really practical, simple step you can do today to really start to feel a safe. This is why I'm watching this kind of content or journaling or doing the meditation or working with the coaches, right? That also a really practical, simple step you can do today to really start to feel safe. Think about the last time it was really easy and effortlessly. This is why I'm watching this kind of content or journaling or doing the meditation or working with the coaches, right? That also a really practical, simple step you can do today to really start to feel safe. Think about the last time it was really easy and effortlessly, but I'm seeing that in a different way. Oh, this is why I am watching this kind of content or journaling or doing the meditation or working with coaches, right? That also be really practical, simple step you can do today to really start to feel the safe. I think about the last time it was really easy and effortlessly for you to more safe in your life. Most people, it's a transitional. Even this what it's it's called. It's when people go out of high school into college, and they feel like a totally different person. That's the place that to reinvent yourself, right? Or it's when people move states, move city, or when people get a new job, get married. This big life even really help to speed up. This is a new version of you, and this is identity, right? You all follow this. So why does that happen? Is it really the event? Maybe, but I think it does. It is the things that environment. The environment starts supporting a different identity for you. Thing is the environment. The environment starts supporting a different identity for you. A personal stay here. For me, I grew up gloomy, doomy, Seattle, Washington, right? Spent like 25 years there. Then I just had this internal calling, like, hey, why don't you do something new? Was feeling a little stagnant. I feeling a little like dusty, right? So I just decide to pack everything up with my boyfriend. Make the decision to move here to Scuttledale, Arizona, polar opposites in the weather. Now I got sunburns instead of the double peacoats and what not to go outside. But man, that's one sip. When I sip my environment, just how much easier it was to create the 2-point version of myself, to stop living on that. And the reason I did that, to go a bit deeper, there is because I grew up. There's in Seattle because I grew up, and there in Seattle I was born and raised. So I'd be driving around, right? I drive past my high school and it would just conjure up all these old memories. It's like high school, or I'd go to a restaurant and be like, hey, here's the place. And when I went was in the college, because I went to Lodge College, chat as well. So I just felt stuck in that environment, right? And I wasn't really that person anymore. So I literally to create the new version of me, pack it up and move, switch environment. It was so easy here in Scottsdale, Arizona, to grow my business to level it has never been before, to get a friend, grow my business to level it has never been before, to get a friend group that's super thick of use like minded people here, right? To just make all these different shifts, right? Because I switched my environment, I wasn't stuck anymore. The same, the opposite and right. Take this example, people who are trying to become a new identity of, like, let's just say they are addicted to alcohol or drugs, like they check themselves into a rehab facility and this work because you got nothing there except sobriety, right? And so they're in the rehab facility, but then what happens when they get out? They say the hardest part is going back that environment, right? Because it supports their own identity, not their own one. Are you following this? So it can both ways. So for you, this makes change impossible. Is that all environment? Now maybe I'm not as drastic as position right now, and you are really shift to things up and shake it up. Who knows? You are in your early 20s on whatever. Move apartments, feel like um, you've been stuck. Who knows? You are in your early 20s or whatever. Move apartments feels like you've been stuck there for a while. Maybe this is the call you need. It's so much easier to change uh, a lot of things when you shift that one environment. More practical stuff maybe for you. Maybe this is the call you need. It's so much easier to change a lot of things when you shift that's our environment. More practical stuff maybe for you is getting a new job. This is doing something that will change that environment. And what's your 2.0 self, which is what I call that a new identity. New identity. The future self really start to come together a lot faster. So practical stuff for you. Maybe it is the time. It is the time for you. If you are in your early the 20s, change apartment myself, like motivate again or integrate, right? Shift a game, shift a job, get out to a new one, maybe move cities, whatever. This is for you. Take it now. You won't just understand the environment supporting your old identity makes it really impossible and hard, I would say, to shift into the new one. But Laura, I don't have any supportive people around me. Well, you need to find them, okay? And that's one of the cool parts too in our metamorphic coaching program. I'm working with go to people the just right. It's kind of community 2 times a month. We do this community like Zoom. Every single person in there, and we are unpacking ideas like this. And then you're all mutan. You're sharing your insight, right? You're hearing other people, super diverse group, all age, all walks. That is one of the coolest parts. The members say, because guess what? It is the environment that you need to reconfirm that the point of view identity. The environment that you need to reconfirm that the point of view identity. This is where impossible to change, to shift into the 2 point of view, because you are defined by your past trauma. We have a wall playlist down below on shadow. And I define shadow self there, a lot of definition out there, just anything there's holding your back, okay? The old you, the young you, the old stories, the 1 point of view, alright? If you never example that, right? 2 point identity makes it really hard to shift into the 2 point of view. go back to past experience, maybe it's breakup, maybe it's childhood, a job, someone didn't support you, right? Whatever it is, not important here. When you go back, your memory, right now, is not absolute. Okay, when we think that our memories are just 100% accurate, right? If we saw it and we experience it, how we're feeling today, that's the truth, because that's my truth, that's my experience. So how dare you tell me otherwise, right? People literally get in fight over this. People literally get in fight over this stuff. But when you look at neuroscience, memories are not like that all at all. They are not 100% word for word accurately, right? There are not even close. In fact, a lot of times eyewitness testimonies in court get thrown out because they are just not for you. When they look at this, right? So why I telling you this? Your memory about your past, it's more accurate to say about your past. It's more accurate to say they reflect how you are in the present than in the past, because the past version of you is not for you. You are right now, but you are reconstructing memory in your head of how you think it's happened in the past. But if I roll the tape right, that's why they do it in sports. Roll the tape. What do I mean? What do you mean? That offers in that not and then. But if you are roll in the tape, right? That's why they do it in sports. Roll the tape. What do you mean that was in that you? And a lot of times people are wrong, right? Even there is kind of like a game of telephone. Did you ever play that back in the day? Back in the day, elementary school, you're all sitting in a circle. One person state a secret or a press, right? And then you whisper, you whisper, and the next person, it gives around 27 years old. It's kind like 8 years old kids, and try the time. It gets to you. It's a bird joke, always 10 out of 10 without question, right? That's fasting. It's really analogies to how your memory works. Every time you think about, you talk about it, it gets either more ingrained and more distorted. This can work to your advantage and or to your detriment, because are going to keep telling the same story, and reinforcing that pattern, right? Or you can do the things like coaching, like therapy, like journaling, like meditation, to kind of play